What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it looks like the backlash is just continuing to grow for Battlefield 2042, as now there is a petition for everyone who bought this game to get a full refund, because clearly this is not what was advertised. This is not what people thought when they were getting this game, and it's truly a pathetic state for EA and for the Battlefield franchise. You can see here, allow refund for Battlefield 2042 on all platforms. Up to 162,000 signatures on there. So this one that we see from a day ago, this article is even a little bit outdated now. Battlefield 2042 refund petition gains over 120,000 signatures. The petition claims that EA misled customers with false advertising. The petition, which was started on February 2nd, calls EA's release of the latest Battlefield title a mockery of every customer who purchased this video game. With the goal of showing just how many people want full refunds, the petition page suggests a class action lawsuit could be filed, although it's unclear whether such a case would actually have a chance of succeeding. And in reality, taking a step back from this, I don't know if there would be. Take a look at something like Cyberpunk 2077. Now that, if you want to talk about false advertising, if you want to talk about tricking your consumers and your investors, that right there is a shining example. For this, I don't know if you can really get that out of Battlefield 2042, although a lot of people are disappointed, although the game sucks and is not working for a lot of people. I don't think you're at that level of, oh, the game's broken and they clearly tried to hide it from everyone. But at the same time, you can't deny that this has been a massive, massive problem for Battlefield. When you look at the Steam charts right now, well, let's just take a look at Steam, first of all. When you look at Steam and you can see these reviews here, you know, almost 100,000 reviews total, mostly negative. Of the almost 100,000, 29% of them are positive, which means 71% of them are negative. However, if you take in recent ones, so just in the last 30 days, this is after, EA's come out and said, well, these are the ways we're going to fix the game, but you're going to have to wait a long ass time for us to actually fix it. Knowing now that they should have just waited to release this game. They should have never let it out in this state. Only 14% of those are positive. That's pretty pathetic. And it would be one thing if people were still playing it, but they're not. This is the Steam charts right now. Obviously, Battlefield can be played on multiple different platforms, but here's Steam. Here's just a good idea of how many people they did have. 100,000 people at its peak when it released. They're now down to less than 4% of that total. 3,700 people playing right now at 3,800 peak. That's sad, especially when you compare it to a Battlefield game that's been around for a few years, that didn't launch very well, and in fact was kind of a failure in a lot of ways for them. I don't know if it lost money or anything like that. I wouldn't say something like that. However, it did damage the brand, and a lot of people had problems with Battlefield 5. Look at it now. 32,000 people have played it within the last 24 hours. That's the peak. And at this very moment, it has nearly double the amount of people playing it that Battlefield 2042 does. That is sad and that is pathetic, but that's the current state of affairs for Battlefield 2042. And now this big petition out there to try to get enough people together for a class action lawsuit that EA gives full refunds to anyone who wants them. That would be something very, very interesting. But I think the momentum around this, I think it really started with Cyberpunk, because for years we've been used to these big AAA, gaming companies doing this and putting things out unfinished. But then with Cyberpunk, with CD Projekt Red, when you had this company that said, we don't do things like that, we're different, we're better than them, constantly roasting EA, roasting all these other people for rushing their games out and screwing their customers over. When Cyberpunk was that bad and was truly a falsehood, what they tried to sell everyone, that really pissed people off. And I think that was like over the line for some people. For this company, they trusted to do that, even though they tried to make amends in every way they could by offering refunds and by doing all these things. I don't know if that trust can ever really be recouped. And so now everyone's just looking for this every time we have a big release. And unfortunately, the gaming industry, more often than not, doesn't disappoint when it comes to people's low expectations. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.